Hello, my name is Holly Starr and I'm here at IX, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about divine purpose. And it seems like quite a few people have been asking about divine purpose, especially now, really coming deeper into exploration of self and finding deeper meaning at this point in time. So this isn't quite a formal meditation, so if you choose to lay down, I always find sometimes it's easier to really receive and almost be more present as the mind can kind of shut off. So let's find the breath. And just find your breath and using that to just start to let go of anywhere that the body is holding, and you can really start to fall into the body deeper and relax, especially if you're laying flat. Just let that floor or bed or whatever's holding you really allow gravity to take that space. And if you're sitting up, your spine can really be that focal point of kind of transcendence, and so that very vertical alignment works. That breath can start to relax your shoulders, even going in towards voice and throat, just to begin to soften everything down into lungs and heart. And we're going to be really centralizing at that soul level. So we're just kind of moving our awareness closer in through the body towards that soul. So we're just going to kind of enter through the heart. So if you can kind of almost use that breath to allow your consciousness to move in and pass through the heart. And maybe taking note on how the heart is feeling and kind of what is happening there without really resting there. We're just going to go behind. So you kind of have that heart, and then there's almost like a bridge going towards that soul level. So whatever feels comfortable, I'm just going to kind of stay more like on that bridge way, just as we are gathering tools rather than arriving. So as you start to arrive in this place, just begin to really rest. And I say rest, but it's like as we arrive anywhere, there was always a bit of an anticipation and a tightness in the body. So we're just going to really kind of take up space here and get comfortable with this space, as most of you probably aren't arriving in this space often. So we're just building a relationship to that soul level here. And so just really get a sense of what this feels like. Kind of hanging out in here. So if we were to just explore the idea of being, if we were just in a perfect state of being without any contextual, that's where we're just going to try to arrive more at in this space. So the mind, for some of you, can really just start to also shift off or kind of run in the background. And from here, I would love to just kind of expand this space even more. So taking up more space, bringing more consciousness in here, using that breath to just almost like push the energy away. So you're just creating space in here. And if it feels okay for you, we can invite divine creativity into this space so we can kind of harmonize and work towards something a little bit bigger here. we can just kind of scan through the body. So anywhere that you can feel from this point of soul perspective, anywhere that you can kind of feel joy or excitement about something in your life. Let's just connect to that, but with staying in this space, whether it's on that bridge or kind of closer into that soul kind of portal level. And can you really relax into this, where that excitement, almost that joy, can start to normalize into the frequency of your being in here. So we're just kind of stabilizing that joy and that excitement into kind of normalizing it into your day-to-day here. And on that opposition, maybe just also scan to just make sure. Sometimes when we come into these spaces, there's a lot of desiring, wanting, almost like over-excitement. And I think that's where we can also get caught in the pain body or suffering of not having, so to speak. So we want to stay out of that space as well, so we can just really kind of allow that to let go, and we're just going to expand into just growing this abundance of joy, excitement, but normalizing it. And from here, you can just begin to surrender. When you feel that you've kind of arrived in that balance, you can start to really drop in deeper. And you can also ask this space to really speak to you on kind of next steps, or what is a really like a full body yes for you. What brings that joy, what brings that excitement, and how to cultivate more of that. We'll just start to allow that breath to be found on that bridge, coming back towards that heart. And you can breathe that into the full body, back into the low body, the limbs, the face. And we can just ask for a full integration, and allowing that last breath to just start to soften and open the eyes back into the space you're in. So this is just one way to start to move into a deeper relationship with the self. And I always think of it as kind of like when the body is giving me a full body yes, that's where I start to really begin to expand into, I think it has a two-part thing of being, so you're really embodying and being in that space, and then becoming. So the becoming is more like the action, and I feel like the more that you can come into the being, the action just becomes the byproduct. You don't really have to worry about that, and that byproduct becomes the divine purpose.